You've been talking for a long time about concussions and safety since '94. The NFL has made some changes, but what else do you think, what more can be done?
This is a ticking time bomb and an undiagnosed, largely, health epidemic. Because each time an offensive lineman hits a defensive lineman at the line of scrimmage at the inception of every play, it produces a low-level subconcussive event. A little bit of change. So you could have an offensive lineman walk out of football with 10,000 subconcussive hits, none of which had been diagnosed and none of which the player is aware of, but the aggregate almost certainly will do Alzheimer's, ALS, premature senility, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, depression, have a much higher chance of contracting those. If 50% of the moms in this country tell their teenage boys, you can play any sport but not tackle football, it won't kill football. It would just change the socioeconomics, so only the people desperate economically will go ahead and play. We need to look at every aspect of football, from what age young kids should ever play tackle football. Better diagnostic techniques on the sidelines for low-level subconcussive hits. In 1994, June Jones took the Atlanta Falcons and instituted a policy that there was no contact in training camp or in practices. They would hit tackling dummies, they would mimic the plays, and they did very well. He took the same policy to Hawaii, and they became the only Division I undefeated team that year. Now the Ivy League has adopted that. So many concussions and all sorts of other injuries occur during training camp and in practice. They don't add anything to the play of the game. So that's something to take a look at. We know that playing a sport like football will result in someone being 45, leaning over to pick up their child, and they've got aches and pains. It's quite another thing not to be able to identify that child. We're talking about consciousness, memory, character, what it means to be a sentient human being. And that's why the urgency in dealing with this is so much higher.